Weekly Outdoor Plus is a new and exciting outdoor show presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point. Starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jase Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. So now sit back and relax and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors. This week on Weekly Outdoor Plus, we're hunting down in central Illinois, where Jase and Gary are looking to fill their whitetail deer tags with a trophy buck. Today is the first of 6 days that Jase has to hunt down here in central Illinois. So after doing some scouting and picking out a good stand, Jase and Zumi are ready for some action. After going back and forth with himself on whether or not to shoot this big buck, Jase decides since it's day one to let this guy pass and see what the next few days bring him. So stay tuned as the hunt continues when we return on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Matero's Pub and Pizza is located on Highway 66 in Polonia, Wisconsin. Come join us. On December 15, 1791, the Supreme Court introduced the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights in America. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Proudly display your support of the right to bear arms with this one-of-a-kind Second Amendment Eagle print for only $79.95 plus shipping and handling. Find them online at woodmatframes.com. Just 7 miles east of Stevens Point, Matero's Pub and Pizza. It's worth the drive.
This mineral is a game changer. I've put the odds in my favor. It's time to close the deal. I wouldn't change a thing. Finally, the buck of a lifetime. Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
And now we're back in the middle of the week where Jase and Zumi are heading back out to sit and encounter this buck cruising this field while they're heading out to their stand. Unfortunately, this guy didn't come in close enough, but the boys are very excited because they're getting a lot of action and seeing bucks, and it's only a matter of time before one comes through. So stay tuned as Jase only has a few days left here in Central Illinois to punch his tag. Get your photos on an upcoming episode during our fan photo segment presented by Barbershop, your vacuum and sewing machine headquarters, where you buy with confidence. Simply send us your photos with a brief description to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or find us on Facebook. Then watch for yourself in every week's new fan photo segment. Now let's see who sent us their photos this week. Our first picture this week is of Zoe shooting for her first time at Bucks and Bulls Archery. And here's one from her sister Ada, who is also shooting for the first time. Next up we have Al fishing from his kayak up north. And here's one of an awesome cloud shot with a storm moving into central Illinois. Next up we have Jeff out fishing on Lake Michigan. And here's one of a good haul of bluegills after being out on the water for an hour. Next up we have one from the Stankowskis from their recent fishing trip in Canada. And our last picture this week is of Philip and Clay with their big catch of the day. Nice work, guys. Thank you to all of this week's entries in our fan photos segment presented by Barbershop. Don't miss out on your chance to be part of the show by sending in your photos to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or find us on Facebook. Now back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase Hintz here with you. I'm going to go over, basically it's that time of year where a lot of people are going to be shooting outdoor 3Ds, and you might have already shot some, and I'm just going to basically go over what you should have to be prepared for any kind of weather, any kind of situations you're going to come across in the outdoor 3D ranges, and how to get the best shots, you know, the most comfortable shots that you can possibly get in every setting. The biggest thing in my opinion is going to be an umbrella, just a nice little golf umbrella, really small little umbrella that you can have hanging in your quiver. Nothing too heavy obviously, and you don't need a monster one because it's hard to carry then. The big key with those are for mostly sun actually, so that you can have someone hold it over your string if it's glaring, over your sight if it's glaring, over your level if it's glaring, or again wind, they can block your bow arm from the wind if you got a strong side wind so that it doesn't help you move as much. Another thing that's going to be very big if you're shooting in like long tournaments, if it's a shotgun start, so everyone's starting at the same time, or you know it's going to be, you know, the big broadhead shooting Acetas coming up here. If you're going to be shooting that, there's a lot of people on the range. Really nice to have a folding chair. A lot of people have like the nice little tiny ones for in your blinds. Those are really nice, convenient, where you can sit down. They have arrow tube strapped to them. A lot more convenient than standing there leaning against a tree all day and holding your bow and everything. Another great thing for outdoors is if you have a bow pod for your bow, so you're not sitting there holding on your bow the whole time. Sometimes there's not always hangers out there for you, so very convenient to give your muscles a rest and just relax and, you know, take your mind off of it. Another great thing that a lot of people end up changing when they shoot outdoors especially is your shoes. Make sure you have, like we always start every single time, every year we've been starting with the nice, solid, steady base. Don't be walking out there in flip-flops because again, you know, there's going to be sticks and stuff. You're going to get dirty feet, which bother a lot of people. They're going to be different hills and stuff. I recommend something that's going to still be flat but have a harder toe on them, because a lot of the places you're shooting is going to have a lot of different ground where it's going to be different heights and everything, or it might just be dirt. You might be shooting on the woods floor. The best thing with that is if you have something that has a sturdy toe on it, you can kick it so you get a nice flat feet, because again, you don't want to be standing on a branch. You don't want to be, you know, standing on even ground. You know, if you're shooting a big tournament, most of the people are already going to have their feet spots for you because they're going to be doing that. But in a lot of local ones, nobody does it, and it's something that'll help you hold a lot steadier because you won't be swaying back and forth, especially when it's windy out. Those little tiny things are going to help you out big time. Make sure you have a decent set of binoculars, because pretty much everywhere uses binoculars now. Definitely will help you out in the long run. And then big thing too, when you're shooting at targets and aiming. Aiming's really different when you're shooting outdoors, because indoors you have pretty much even lighting and everything. Outdoors it's really nice because you can go off of different glares on the target, you can go off of different shadows. You do use your binoculars obviously, but don't just look at it, say there's the 12 ring, put them down and shoot. Look at them once, take it down, say okay, here's the shadow, I gotta go an inch off of it, and then okay, if I come up from the branch that's directly behind it, I could come straight down from that to get my left and right's perfect. You know, there's a lot of different techniques. Make sure you look at the whole target, don't just look at the 12 ring or the 10 ring or whatever you're shooting at. So One thing a lot of people don't think about on the 3D course especially is pulling your arrows out. That's a really big key in all archery, but in 3D it gets a lot harder, especially when you have different animals that are outside where they're going to get rained, they're going to get weathered a little bit. Sometimes your arrows are going to be extremely hard to pull out of them. You exert a lot of strength and a lot of your actual stamina by trying to pull your arrows out if you can't, and it's a lot harder. There's two things that really you can do, in my opinion, that are extremely easy. One is there's a lot of different loops for your arrow. One I use is scorpion venom. It's basically just going to be some sort of like nail polish type looking thing, or just a squeeze bottle like the glue bottles, and you're just going to put it on the tip of your arrow. You don't have to put a lot on there, and only put it on the tip, because when you shoot, obviously it'll spread onto the arrow going into the target. That right there alone is going to help you pull them out like butter. It's going to be so much more simple. Another thing is having some sort of grip to pull them out with. There's a lot of different styles. There's the tube ones, there's the different circular ones that have different size shaft even that you can grab with them. A lot of people just even use like the jar openers that you have at home. Those are another simple thing to use, but it's just something to get a better grip on it. And then a lot of people ruin their arrows when pulling them out of the target by grabbing them too far back and bending them, or again by when you pull them, pulling them down because you're using way too much strength and too much force. So make sure when you grab them you have your hand flush against the target, no one's behind you, because you're going to have to use more force. And again, arrow lube will help you pull it out, or having some sort of grip that you can do. And then don't try to pull straight out if it's not working. Twist it a little bit and pull straight back, and it'll come out a lot easier. So those two things is something I highly recommend having at least one of them in your quiver. I at all times have an arrow puller in my quiver, and 90% of the time have scorpion venom just in case. And then you just put it a little bit on the tip. Really simple to pull out. It'll get on your arrow a little bit. Just, obviously don't be grabbing it and stuff in between your shooting, because your hands are going to get slippery. But great two accessories to have. Definitely recommend putting them in your quiver as well. Go over those little tiny things, make sure you're prepared. Bug spray is also one thing that a lot of people love, because obviously it stinks having bugs all over you, biting you and everything. Don't put it on your hands, because you'll wear the color right off your bow. You'll take the camo right off of the handle, so make sure you don't get it on your hands either. But definitely make sure you have a quiver ready to go with everything you need, and also chair if possible. And then again, when you're aiming at your target, look at different things. Don't just look at the target. There's everything's surrounded with different things. You can look at trees behind it, branches coming out, shadows on the target. Check everything out, know your full surroundings, be prepared, be ready, shoot your best, all right? Hopefully you guys have a lot of luck out there. Maybe I'll see you out there. Otherwise, as always, have a good week.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s. Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs. Not only do we have a new one,
but we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
But we have great service.
Woodmat frames are fully customizable handcrafted wood frames. Choose your style of frame, then customize the white maple, cherry, or alderwood mattings with any logo, image, or text. Each and every frame is handmade in central Wisconsin by Master Woodworks, whose creativity and precision led to the creation of these great new frames. Whether you're looking for a single frame or something for the whole group, woodmatframes.com is the place to go. Check us out online or email sales@woodmatframes.com for pricing and ordering information. So when you're ready to put another memory on the wall, come to woodmatframes.com and make it extra special. Next time you go out, make it memorable at Matero's Pub and Pizza.
Well, we've been on stand here. It's about 8:15 right now. We saw about 3 deer run on the backfield here probably about a half hour ago. Other than that, it's been pretty slow. Yesterday, the bucks we saw coming in and chasing and stuff, well, that was about 9 o'clock or so. So we're gonna sit another 2 hours here, see what we can get. It's decent out right now. It was raining this morning, so it's pretty quiet here. We got to make sure if we see anything, it's going to be right on top of us. So sit a little longer and hopefully we can get some luck here. Buck chasing her. Ready? Meh. Well, when I took the shot, we heard a real loud crack because my arrow, I think, went right through and sticking in a tree right behind it, which is a good sign. We got him up on top of the hill here, and I could hear when he snorted to run away, I saw the hole actually, air come out of it, and the fur kind of moved, so that should be a good sign, hopefully lungs. And I watched him run probably 70, 80 yards, and then he started going downhill, and I couldn't see him anymore, but looks pretty good. We're gonna get down now and probably back out, grab my dad, and see what we can do, see if we can find some stuff. Hopefully me and Zoomy can get a good kill under our belt today. Let's go find the arrow. Got some good blood there. Well, we got hair and blood. Now we're gonna wait about 20 minutes, go get my dad the tracking dog and have him come and help us find this Illinois whitetail. So this is our day 6 of our Illinois hunt here. It's November 4th. Had a lot of action so far this week, saw a lot of good bucks and running around. A lot of 2.5s, couple 3.5s, some pretty good bucks, and I was just looking to get something that'd make me happy, and this is my biggest bull buck in this little pine here. Well, we saw him chasing a doe across the field in front of us, and right when he got in the woods, I grunted a couple of times. He wasn't paying attention, hit the rattling bag. I actually got him to divide up from the doe, and he came around top here on this ridge. Came down, he walked past us, and started tearing this up a little bit, and figured he was gonna keep walking, so I grunted at him again. We got in a good staring contest for a while. Finally got him to turn his shoulders, and he came probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Finally got him to come down and shooting distance, and right then he started getting a little antsy, turned sideways for me real nice, and as soon as he looked away, I pulled back, and looks like we got a couple lungs on the table for us and got some good blood, not even 5 yards, and it's already bleeding pretty good. And
got him. Go see him. He looks like he's nice. Biggest deer with a bull. The day before you have to go home too. That's kind of nice, huh?
yeah, we saw a lot of good ones, and happy to find one, that's for sure. Worked out perfect. Grunting them in and stuff's pretty exciting. And actually get them to answer.
Nice. called them in, huh?
9 with the broken, yeah.
What's the date today? 6th?
Fourth.
Fourth, I think. The rut's just starting.
Yeah, starting to chase. This guy was chasing.
The next 4 or 5 days will probably be better hunting than what you had the last 4 or 5 days. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
look what that Havoc broadhead did.
Put a good hole in there.
Holy cow. Unbelievable.
Good hole. That's like the 4th shot I put through my brand new Chillar.
Carbon Express Maximum Red broadhead arrows. They really make a broadhead fly true.
Shot it right into a tree and it's still good.
Shot through the deer into a tree.
All the way through, and
You could use your arrow and replace the blades and shoot it again.
we don't need to on this one.
That's nice.
Heck yeah.
That's a nice bucklet. That's a monster.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.